I feel like a company should like open up a factory for OLEDs, not OLED CRTs. I seen OLED. I was speaking what I read here. Oh, let me show y'all. Let's see. Yeah, so I think factories should open up uh, at least one. I mean, maybe they'd be more expensive than they used to be, or what they were whenever they quit. But instead of OLED CRTs, um, I've still got. Well, still, I mean, I have a CRT back. Which side is it over there? Um, you know, I think that there was a lot of good technology from it. Um, at least don't let it die. Keep it alive. Keep the knowledge of it, because I mean nobody's making them as far as I know. Um,
Modern games look unbelievable on CRT
but
monitors.
if we could, let me back that up a little bit. If we could get new CRTs for stuff like older video games that look way better, and maybe even update the graphics of the CRTs, like keep developing that technology but in CRT style. Um, that would be amazing, because I mean, what we have is okay, but one of these days we're going to turn them on and they're not going to work no more, and you can't get them serviced, which is my point on open up a factory for CRTs, because there's a small niche out there for them. Somebody's going to buy them. Excuse me. Anyways, let's see what modern games look like, though. I never thought about using them for modern games, just older games that look way better on them.
Modern games look unbelievable on CRT monitors.
That did look good.
So much so that I choose this over this nearly every time I play, which sounds completely insane because this is a
I mean, if you got like a super good CRT, like I guess the top tier was Sony Trinitron, that'd be nice, but they only gonna get you so far.
20-year-old display. So am I
That's
crazy? Well, I might be a little crazy,
a little bit.
but that's only a small part of it. There's something strange that happens when modern games are run on CRT monitors. The motion feels as clear as real life. The lighting
It does look good. I mean,
feels natural and real, and the image almost feels alive. Not retro, not nostalgic, but unbelievably real. Take a look at Avatar, the game. When
I think that he's probably got one of those HDMI CRTs back before they stopped using them completely.
play this on my CRT, it almost feels like I'm exploring Pandora through a camera lens. The motion is so clear, the image is so natural, that it stops feeling like a screen. And when I look back at footage later, it almost feels like a memory, like I've actually been there.
I guess I'd have to see it for myself. I don't see how that's the case, but
To Pandora. But that's just not a feeling I get with my OLED, which is confusing because on paper, the OLED should destroy the CRT. Better contrast, higher resolution, perfect blacks.
yeah, but I mean, you got the blending effect of the CRTs where they use you don't have pixels, you got like little dots.
And yet, this old monitor just keeps pulling me back. About 5 years ago, I stumbled upon a Digital Foundry video about CRT monitors. For some reason, it just clicked with me. I had to find one. Eventually, I found one on eBay and drove 4 hours one way to pick it up. When I brought this thing
Damn.
home, that's when the obsession started. Over the next few years, I ended up getting a few different CRT monitors. And despite
Kind of makes me think, I wonder how Grand Theft Auto 6 will look on a CRT. Might be pretty cool.
upgrading my gaming setup and buying the LG C1 OLED, I just keep coming back to my CRT. At first I thought maybe it was nostalgia. Maybe I just like the look of older displays. But then I started playing modern games on them, and something strange happens. They didn't look old. They looked unbelievably real.
They look clear. You would think that on a old TV that it would definitely be a little more hazy than that or something, but it does look good. I mean, don't know what else to say about that.
Incredible. Like I'm looking through a window. One of the reasons is motion. CRTs have no motion blur at 60 Hertz. It's the same motion smoothness that you see in real life with your own eyes. The reason this happens is CRTs draw pixel by pixel, line by line. There isn't a persistent frame like there is on LCDs and OLED. This prevents motion blur. The result is the motion stays perfectly sharp. The resolution is the same when
My kid plays that bouncy square game thing. I guess the music. I thought it was for the phone. I guess he's got it on the TV.
you're still as when you're moving. Modern displays still can't do this without certain tricks like black frame insertion, and even then it doesn't quite get there, and you lose in brightness. But motion alone doesn't explain everything. Modern displays have a fixed resolution. They have a native resolution. CRTs are not like that. They have a range. My monitor can do 180 Hertz, and it can do as low as 30 Hertz. And you can choose your resolution to be within that range. Most of the time I play around 1600 by 1200 at 100 Hertz. 1600 by 1200 in my
I don't know what that is. That looks pretty good right there, too. Looks like a dystopian. Almost looks like Stranger Things if that was a game, but it's obviously not. With the gun in the hand and everything. Maybe that's Fallout. I don't know what game that is.
my opinion on a CRT looks better than 4K on an OLED. It just does. And I can even do 2048 by 1536. If a modern display goes below its resolution,
I can see the scan lines though. Right in here you can see them. It's one of the things I don't like, but I know some people like love the scan lines. I don't really care for the scan lines.
it has to interpolate those pixels, and it looks terrible. CRTs look sharp at any resolution. With a CRT, you can lower the resolution slightly, freeing up a huge amount of GPU
really
power.
good.
Power that now can be used for lighting, ray tracing, frame rate, and that's when something clicked with me. CRTs might have been ahead of their time. Only now can we truly take advantage of CRT monitors at their absolute best.
Well, yeah, they were. I'd have to agree. They probably were ahead of their time because the technology that goes into making a CRT work is it's nothing short of amazing because just understanding how it works. Like if you ever watched a documentary on how the laser paints those pixels line by line and all the things that go into making it do what it does, like it's pretty cool. And another reason why it was obviously ahead of its time is it's a lost technology. Like you would think that a technology that is forgotten would be easily replicated, but CRTs are not easily replicated. Just they're not. You should be able to just restart that technology, reverse engineer, whatever, start it over, redo it. But that's a special skill set that the factory workers had, and I mean, it just takes a whole lot more than just putting together a LCD panel or a LED panel or whatever. I mean, there's just way more goes into it.
I've never been more immersed in games than when I'm on my CRT, despite the fact that I'm only looking at a 21-inch screen. Of course, CRT monitors disappeared for good reasons. They're huge, extremely
I was going to say heavy before he put 68 pounds. Couldn't get it paused fast enough. Oh my God, they're back breaking.
heavy, extremely power hungry. Flat panels were thinner, cheaper to make, larger, and much easier to manufacture. So
But they didn't make the power bill go down because it's right back up to where it was.
the world moved on. But the technology inside of CRT monitors was incredible. And decades later,
I
only
agree.
now have graphics cards finally caught up. Which
I don't even know if they're. I mean, graphics cards may have caught up, but the panels themselves, I don't even know if they're there yet. I mean, I think to get to where we were with CRTs, they're going to have to make the LED pixels as small or smaller than the what is it called, quantum dot, the rays, the damn brain fart here, the CR2 cathode ray tube, whatever, the rays, the little light, the little spot of light that hits the back of your screen on the TV. The pixels are going to have to be smaller than the dot where it hit on the back of the screen of the TV to create that pixel. Those are round. So in order to get that round, whatever, you get what I'm saying? They're going to have to make them smaller. And I don't know how they're going to do that. I guess they're going to keep advancing, but maybe one of these days they can make the pixels smaller than the actual dots. And then I don't know how they're going to keep up with the refresh rates that you can get on a CRT. Anyways,
which might explain why modern games look unbelievable on CRT monitors.
right.
Modern games.
I guess it started over. Yeah, I truly believe that there's something there that we need to check out. Just, I don't know. The technology, I don't see it coming back, but it'd be nice to have something, to replace. For instance, on the original Nintendo, you've got Duck Hunt. You can't play that on a flat screen. Just don't work. Gotta have a CRT.